To make the mushrooms, I've just found some red yarn that I have and some white. It'll be acrylic. It says 3mm there, but I'm going to use 4mm and some sewing needles for later and my snippers. So let's get started. With the red, we're going to start with a slip knot, and chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Turn, and we're going to single crochet second from the hook, and all the way back across. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same colour as my nails. Chain 1 and turn. Then we're going to single crochet 2 together. So go into that one there. And we don't finish our stitch, we're going to the next one, and then we finish the stitch. That's 2 together, and single crochet 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll single crochet 2 together into the last 2, chain 1 and turn. I'm going to do the same on each end again. It's round 3, going to the first one and then the second one, and we'll crochet them together, and we'll single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the last 2 we'll single crochet 2 together, and this is making our, I hope you can see that. Oh. Start again. Single crochet 2 together, chain 1, turn. I'm going to single crochet, 2 together, crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and single crochet 2 together in the last 2, chain 1 and turn. I'm going to single crochet 2 together and single crochet 2 together. Going to chain 1 and turn. I just need to make the little tiny top bit, chain, crochet, single crochet 2 together at the very top of your little mushroom, and that gives you the basic shape. So now I'm going to crochet around the outside. So I'll just chain 1, and I'm going to single crochet all the way around. Just find a little gap where you can, and this will just neaten off your edges. And then we'll get to the corner, we'll put 2 in the corner, so that's your corner, and then you want to be facing the opposite way, so you go back into the corner, and that'll give you leverage to move around, and then back down the bottom edge of your first row. And we'll get to our tail end. We're going to do the same again, so we're facing this way. We'll do 2 into the corner, and then we'll work our way back up, and this time we're going to just crochet over our tail end that we had. Hopefully we're getting some shape now. And we're back to the top. So if you wanted to do a small mushroom, you would just leave it at that size. I'm doing 2, so I want one this size, and then I want a size a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to go around that the same way what I've just done. So chain 1, and go into every stitch. Oops. And when we get to your corners, we want to do 2 in the corner, and then follow our way around until we're happy with the size. See where my corner is. So this is my corner. I'm going to do 2 single crochet into the corner and back around again. Back to the top, and I just want to slip stitch, I think, into there. I don't want it too pointy. You can keep going as much as you want. I'm going to give myself plenty of tail space for when I sew it onto my patch. So this is just an appliqué. I'm going to snip off that one that we crocheted over before. So I'm just going to start with a slip knot, chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a bit more, 11, 12. Then I'm going to single crochet in the second from the hook. So I want to stop, this is going to be the top of the stalk, so I'm going to single crochet for 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then I'm going to half double crochet down the rest of the stalk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So I've made my little knot too small, the first chain, so I really wanted to go in there, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to double crochet into this last hoop there 3 times. One, 2 and 3. I need to cinch that hole up a little bit, but when I come to sew it, I just need to make sure that's tight. So now we're facing the other side, and we're going to come down the underside of your initial chain. I'm going to half double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm just going to single crochet the last, should be 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 into the top. I'm going to slip stitch back into the first top. Let me have a look at that now. And then you can just weigh it up to see if you like that. And if you find it's too long, you can just bring it down a little bit. Or in my case, I find it's too thin, so I'm just going to single crochet all the way around. Starting just there, I'm just going to carry on single crocheting. Just try to keep it nice and tight so it's not too big. I'm just following every stitch that we've done from the round before. We don't have to increase any, I don't think. Yes, we might have to on this bottom just to stop it from curling up. So we're going to, in the one, there's 3 at the bottom, so in the first one we're going to 2 single crochets. Then you find yourself at the very top one, they're the biggest stitches, 2 single crochet and 2 single crochet, and then we're back on the home run. That looks better as a stalk point of view. I'll just slip stitch into the very top and snip. I'm just going to fasten that off. I really wanted that a bit narrower at the top, never mind. Once it's together it looks fine, and I'm just going to get a needle. So I'm going to use red for my sewing on part. So all my threads there, but I really want it about here. So I'm just going to do a little running stitch to get me back to where I want the stalk to be. So we're working on the wrong side now. I'm just going to get rid of these, sew in these ends a little bit of the stalk. I'll get them out of my way for now. This is the wrong side again. Mine's going onto a patch, so I won't have to worry about this because it'll be hidden. But if yours isn't going to be hidden, say if you're putting it on and then joining a square or something. But sometimes I find it's easier to actually make a square and then pop these onto them, which that's what I've done with my cardigans. All I'm doing is just stitching it, securing it down. Make sure that's still neat on that side. Okay, and then I'm just going to make a little knot. And go through my ends. So sometimes when I find when I'm sewing my ends in is to actually split the yarn rather than go through a full loop. So if you went through a full loop, it could still come out. So I try and split the yarn so that it's more secure. Just going to sew in the beige, same thing, just trying to pick up and go through. You need a sharper needle as well. This is like what do you call them? A knot pointy. It's like an embroidery needle, isn't it? So that's that one. And then last of all, I bring them all up to the top. I'm just going to snip them off. And then we're going to move on to the white. So for our little spots, we are going to, you can do this a couple of ways. I'm just going to thread myself some white yarn. I'm just going to fasten it in from here. I'm going to try and double the thread. You could make little tiny bobbles, like a bobble effect. I just want them quite flat. Make sure that's secure, and then just pick out some random places that you want to make. That's it, where you want to make your spots. So I'm just going to do like an embroidery stitch, I suppose. Is it an ovary? An ovary? An ovary stitch. And because I'm using double the thread, it shouldn't take that much time. Ovary. It's not the same as embroidery thread, trying to sew with yarn. Or you could do little puff stitches. That would be cute. So just do random little dots, spots. Some big, some small. Just very random. Turn it over to fasten it off. I'm going to do another couple of spots. Go in and out. split your yarn, snip that, and I'm going to tie this together. Then stand back, have a look and see where and if you want to add any more spots. So yeah, I think I need a couple little light ones this time, so I'm only going to use a single strand to make smaller ones. And I think I'm going to, so if you stand back and look at it, then you can decide. Maybe one there and one there, maybe one there and one there. So I'm just going to thread up. Start again from the back. Make a little knot again, make it secure. Now where did I say? Definitely there, needs one. Tiny, tiny little spots. These are always the go-to mushroom, aren't they? I've actually seen one in the wild. I don't know if they're poisonous though. I don't know much about mushrooms. But I live in the Lake District, and we went for a walk around the lake up into the forest, and there was these kind of little mushrooms about. So I'm just going to put another one in there. Let's have a little look now. Oh, I think that looks too small. But this is the beauty, you just go and do whatever you want because it's your mushroom. You can do away with the reds and have the browns. You can have any colour you want. Rainbow mushrooms. This is actually going on to one of my long cardigans, the festival cardigans. So it'll be in a tutorial coming up. Let's have a look at that now. Yep, I think that'll do. It's looking rather messy behind here. So we're just going to backwards and try and split your yarn. And then back again on yourself and trim that off and put it to one side. And there we have it, our little mushroom friend.